Claire Baker, former Clutterholic, founder of clutterclearing.net, bringing you my weekly vlog about my own clutter clearing journey, which is my weight loss clutter clearing journey. Well, today is a truly miserable day. It is raining outside, it's dark, it's dank, it feels like winter again. Even the heating is on a slight touch. Hence the backdrop is not the garden today. Funny actually, because it makes me realise how many Tuesdays we've had that have been good weather to enable me to be in the garden recording my weekly vlog. But no, not today. Just too miserable. Even Stanley, who is our only long-haired cat, even he doesn't want to go out in the rain because he'll get his hair wet. It is quite funny watching them go out the kitchen door because all the cats are trying to tread where there isn't water, and you kind of think, but hang on, it's coming from up there, it's going to get you wherever you go. Only going outside in desperation, I think. I hope it's nice where you are. I hope the weather changes over the next few days, although it is good for the garden, saves me having to water it, so swings and roundabouts, positive to every negative. Okay, so how have you got on this week with your weight loss journey? I had my weigh in as usual this morning in my kitchen before I did my sausages, bacon and egg breakfast, and I had lost 1.5 pounds, which I was pleased about to have a loss after last week I stayed the same, the week before, can't remember what happened, but very much feeling as if I plateaued a bit. Over the last probably month or so, really. I feel like that inner child that has been testing the boundaries of the simple fact that you need to eat less and I need to cut out the carbs and the sugar has really been letting its presence known over the last month or so. I think as well that because I'm getting closer and closer to my goal, as with any weight loss, the first few pounds, indeed for me, probably the first couple of stone, were relatively easy because my body was in such a terrible state from eating so many carbs and so much sugar that it responded really well, and dramatic weekly weight loss. Plus, of course, all that water that your body needs in order to store the fat. So, you know, it was rapid to start with. Now that I'm getting closer and closer to my goal, my body's more sensitive, I would say, I guess. Whereas when I started, if I went, you know, 100 calories over my weekly target, it didn't really make that much of a difference because I was still massively reducing my calorie intake compared to what I had been eating. Whereas now, my body, I think, is more sensitive to me going 100 calories over my daily allowance or going a few grams over my carb allowance. It's much more sensitive because there's less of me. I remember when I was a teenager and I was learning to be a server at church to assist the priest during the ceremony. And I was being taught by a wonderful man who was also a server, an elderly gentleman called Ken Carrington, and every Saturday I would see him, and you know, he would take me through the lesson, and every week Ken would say to me, "So how was your week, Claire?" And I go, "Oh, the school was really boring, you know, and it's such a long week." And I will never forget, Ken said to me, he said, "It feels like a long time at the moment at your age because it's a week is, relatively speaking, a large proportion of your life." He said, "The older you get," and he said, "the closer you get to my age," he said, "you'll find that the weeks fly by." He said, "And that's because a week is a smaller and smaller proportion of your life." And oh my goodness, he was true. I mean, if you think about it, the first week of your life, you know, is literally forever because you've only been a week. You've only been alive a week. So it will go very relatively slowly because it is your entire life. Whereas when you get to a year old, you know, a week is 1/52th or 1/52nd of your life. So he was absolutely right, and I do often think of that when I have a week that seems to just fly by. I think, Ken, you were right. And I think that the same applies to your weight loss, only it's kind of going in the opposite direction. Whereas 1.5 pounds was a tiny proportion of my original starting weight, now 1.5 pounds is a larger proportion of my weight. Does that make sense? So it's kind of in reverse. Yeah, again, Ken's words of wisdom. He had lots of them. Yeah, that's probably why. So I'm pleased about 1.5 pounds, even though when I started my journey, I was relatively easily losing 4 or 5 pounds a week. I think there was a week actually where I lost half stone, 7 pounds. But I don't think I'll have a week like that again. Who knows, I might. But I don't think I will. As I get closer and closer as well to, if you like, my new normal eating, that will obviously, you know, impact as well. I think part of this period of plateauing that I've had is almost mentally catching up, but also mentally going, yeah, this is the way I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. This isn't a diet. This is a change for life. And I think as well, my brain has been catching up with adjusting to, if you like, the new me, the fact that I have become much more of the real me. I realise now as well how much of the real me was being suppressed, weighed down by the weight. There's still mental shifts going on, which seems incredible after 18 months. But yeah, so I'm really pleased with 1.5 pound loss. I am in my gym kit. I know you can only see my top half, but I'm in my gym kit today because I don't normally go to the gym on a Tuesday. I went last night, but I have my 1 year program review with Harvey, my trainer, up at Bannatynes in Banbury. I've got that at lunchtime today. So I'm quite excited about that. And I actually brought home my gym card. It's funny because I have something very similar for my clients when I work with my private clients. Now, the bit that's significant, I don't know if you can see it, but this is my little chart. And every time I've been to the gym, I've ticked off when I've been. Now, my husband had a program card because he was set up with a program when we joined, but he didn't really stick to it. However, now I realise, if you like, the significance and the value of ticking off each day that I do, because I'm pretty happy with that. There are plenty of ticks on there. And again, it reminds me that if we don't do the doing, it's never going to work. If I think about where I was a year ago I was 5 stone heavier. Oh, how many pounds is that? So 70 pounds heavier. I have successfully lost 70 pounds in weight, and that is a large part of the reason why I have lost 70 pounds, because I have been doing the doing at the gym. Obviously, it's also 80% about the food I eat, but 20% of that weight loss has been about this, about going to the gym, doing the doing, doing my workout. If you like, the bad months were May, last month, where I knew that I'd had 3 weeks where I hadn't been. August, there were a couple of weeks by the looks of it. Maybe actually that was only really 1 week. November and December weren't great. I know in November we were away for 1 week, and December was just Christmas. So again, I'm not worried about the months where there aren't many ticks either, because you know what? I'm 70 pounds lighter than I was this time last year. So I'm quite looking forward, sad as it sounds, my program review today, even just so I can start another chart and sort of aim to get it more full, which will be good. It's quite interesting as well because, again, just like my clutter clearing clients, I've got 1, 2, 3 cards on here. So I have my little in fact, one's broken. And the program that I started off with, my combination of exercises that Harvey gave me, you know, they did evolve, they changed. That's how much I went. It fell apart. And then one was added in the last one. So again, it's a good reminder of where I started. When I started, what was I doing? I was doing the Stairmaster. I was doing the Statue of Liberty. I had it on a light setting. Yeah. Now I climb. It was on a fat burner setting as well. Now I do the Stairmaster. Now Statue of Liberty I know is 14 floors. I now do the Taj Mahal, which is 20 levels. I have it on a hard setting, fat burner again, and that has and that's actually a 5-minute program. The Statue of Liberty program is only 3 minutes. So it may not sound like a huge difference. It's 6 extra floors. It's only a couple of extra minutes. It's on a hard setting instead of a light setting. But you know what? That is a shift. That is a significant shift. And in fact, I suspect today Harvey will tell me, come on, you can do more than the hard Taj Mahal. I'm not quite sure where the next one up is. So yeah, the essence of my program I'm more than happy with. I don't really want to change anything massively, but good to check in with Harvey, and quite looking forward to telling him it's been £70, because of course he knew how big I was when I started my journey. So yeah, it's a milestone, an anniversary. Okay, so just quickly run through the 5 success factors that I do every week with my little things. So feedback and learning. Feedback, kind of just shared you the feedback really, but I'm also really proud of myself. On Sunday, my husband and I, we were taking things to the local refuse site, things from the garden. Oh, clutter clearing the patio, that was fantastic. And we were peckish, and we popped to the supermarket, and I was really proud of myself because I didn't get a sugary snack or a carb snack. I got my pork cocktail sausages, which are my healthy snack. And I could have easily given in to temptation, which I know has been a challenge for me over the last few weeks. I have given in to temptation when it's been there. I didn't on Sunday, so that's a significant shift, a significant feedback and learning. Ultimately, not gaining weight was more important to me than eating a sugary snack. Learning is that doing the doing, sticking to the right foods enables me to lose weight, because I lost 1.5 pounds. The method hasn't changed at all. All that's changed this week is that yesterday we didn't go to the gym on our bikes. We didn't cycle there, so that was total 40 minutes less cycling because the weather was so horrible. And my husband didn't really want to go. So it was a case of, look, let's go in the van. At least then you can go, rather than give up. And we avoid the weather. Again, the combination between 80% about what I eat, 20% about the exercise. But I see the exercise not even as part of the weight loss. I see the exercise as making sure I don't get flabby bits or my bingo wings don't grow. Doing, again, demonstrated with the gym, that is what's made the difference. Eating the right things, doing the exercise. I have been doing the doing this week. Didn't go to the gym on Friday, last Friday. I'd had a day out with my mother-in-law, or a morning out with my mother-in-law. My husband came back having been away for work most of last week, and he had quite a bit of work to catch up on and needed my help. So again, I wasn't procrastinating. It was a matter of just on Friday the priorities changed. However, I did say to my husband yesterday at the gym that because like I say, he could have easily not gone to the gym yesterday, and I said, look darling, I'll happily go on my own. I don't need you to come with me, I said, but I am already noticing that if I skip 2 consecutive gym sessions, i.e. if I only go once a week, I don't get as good a workout, and I don't, almost the resistance is more in terms of I don't really want to do it. If I go twice a week, that's better. But for me, I definitely feel better mentally and physically going 3 times a week. So I don't really want to miss, Fridays if I can help it. So again, doing the doing. Who knew I would enjoy going to the gym? Time. It will take the time it needs to. I'm still on this journey. It's fine. I'm heading in the right direction. I'm not even thinking about, when I will have completed my journey, because I'm very aware that even when I get to my goal in terms of clothes size, one size smaller, it's going to take time for me to adjust to maintaining there. Because at the moment, obviously, my goal is to lose. When I get to goal, I will need time to manage and maintain it at that weight. It'll take a bit of time. I did, however, speak to my Auntie Jilly yesterday, which was lovely. Arranged to see her in September. So maybe that's a little bit of a goal, to have lost maybe another stone. So that's 14 pounds by the time I see my Auntie Jilly. So that's June, July, August, September. That's 3 months. I think I can do that. Again, I've talked before, haven't I, about the importance of sort of having mini goals as well as long-term goal. Support counselling starts again this week. I've got that tomorrow with Marisa. TRE starts again in terms of the class this week, but I did do a session on my own last week. The cats, for some reason, got quite interested and were playing around and on me. Thought I was a trampoline because I was lying on the floor. But it is really important for me to have that support, and my husband coming to the gym even when he didn't want to. He doesn't realise it, but it is a support when he's there as well. And I did feel pretty good because he gave up. He kind of didn't do as much as he would normally do. Fair enough, he was knackered, but I did feel quite good about the fact that I completed my my program. And that's it for the 5 success factors. Do let me know how you've got on. I know Julia on the Facebook page, on the Clutter Clearing Facebook page, she mentioned that I think I'm right in saying that you lost 2.5 pounds last week. Fantastic. Well done, Julia. Again, we're all going to have weeks where we lose, maybe plateau, and maybe put on. And that's okay. As I was saying to my Auntie Jilly yesterday, because her daughter has lost quite a lot, I think 5 stone, 70 pounds, and is looking great. As I said to her, when you get to a certain point in your weight loss journey, you realise that putting on a pound or 2 is nothing worth worrying about. When you've lost over 100 pounds in weight, putting on a pound or 2 1 week is not a crisis. You know how to lose it because you've lost 100 pounds already. The difference is you can't think that every week. It's just like with our physical clutter in our home. You might have a week where you don't manage to do a clutter clearing session. That's fine. But if it goes beyond 1 week, and definitely beyond 2 weeks, where you don't do a clutter clearing session, where you don't keep on top of that new and incoming paperwork, that's when we fall off the wagon. That's when we start edging back to where we were. Same principle with our weight loss. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I hope you have a good week, and I shall see you same time, same place next week. All right, take care. Bye-bye.